Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
On their official YouTube video page, the Veterans Support Organization, or VSO, features videos of veterans thankful for what the organization does.
You can make a difference in a veteran's life, one donation at a time.
That's the motto for the VSO, but the practice behind how the organization handles those donations has created a firestorm of controversy. I tracked down the man whose complaint started South Carolina's investigation into the VSO. Chris Turtelot is a Purple Heart veteran who served 3 tours in Vietnam. He now runs a veteran group in Myrtle Beach and became wary when he heard the VSO was in town. After introducing himself to the VSO and handing volunteers his business card, Turtelot claims he became the victim.
I get another person calling me saying, Turtle, they're collecting for you? And I said, no.
According to Turtelot, the VSO told donors they were raising money for his organization, which he claims he never agreed to.
That's like a punch in the gut. To use the veterans for personal gain is just not right.
As you can see in this advertisement, the VSO sends what they call volunteers out in military fatigues to get donations. Problem is, in South Carolina, investigators say some of those folks weren't actual volunteers or even veterans, and that is a violation of the Charitable Funds Act. I sat down with South Carolina's Secretary of State Mark Hammond to learn more about the investigation process. He tells me that his office sent the VSO a notice of violation in April 2011.
We found out through complaints that they were receiving compensation by the amount of money that they solicited.
In fact, Hammond says that from October 2011 to September 2012, volunteers were paid 47 cents to every dollar that they collected. On their tax return for 2011, the VSO claimed that roughly 70% of the more than $7 million they raised went to veterans. The return shows the VSO spent more than $3.3 million on its work program. That equals 46%. After Hammond's notice to the VSO, the organization said it would fix the problem. Hammond says they didn't. In June of this year, the state secretary's office fined the VSO. 1 month later, the organization was kicked out of the state. While under investigation, however, the VSO continued to accept donations for more than 2 years. Hammond blames the legal process for the delay.
Is that an average time for these type of settlements to be discussed?
It can, especially if we have to subpoena documents, and we did in this case.
To punish the allegedly illegitimate organization, I uncovered that the Secretary of State's office originally intended to fine the organization $52,000. But when the VSO's ban was announced in July, the fine was only $5,000.
I felt like it was in the best interest of the state that they no longer be able to solicit here.
Turtelot was disappointed at first after hearing about the fine, but as a veteran, it's all about picking his battles.
If they're gone for 15 years, think about it, the money that they're not going to be able to get in the next 15 years, and that's going to make a difference. It's kind of like, okay, suck it up. You know, we won that battle, so to speak.
I reached out to the Veteran Support Organization for an interview with the CEO, but they declined that request. Instead, they did send an email with a statement which said in part, quote, the VSO was faced with paying large fines for alleged behavior no longer taking place or to leave South Carolina. The VSO did not believe that it was proper to use donated funds in order to hire counsel. We believe that it served its donors and work programs best by agreeing to a reduced fine and exiting the state of South Carolina. I'm Cuthbert, Langley, News 2.